Hello, this is Quinn. I am here from Tri-Cities Opera. I am their media and communications manager, and I am here having a conversation with Ms. Cynthia Clarey, who will be bringing her cabaret style show to the Tri-Cities Opera Center on June 19th. Now, her show is called Bridge Over Muddied Waters, and I really wanted to have a conversation with Cynthia today about why she was bringing her show back to this area and a little bit about the show itself so that y'all can decide if you're going to come out and meet Miss Cynthia in person. So thank you so much for making time for me today, Cynthia.
Oh, I'm happy to be here. Happy to be here. And happy to tell you that my time at TCO was one of the best times of my life. I found out about TCO from Jake Gardner, who had been here a few years previous to my coming. He came to see a show of mine. Well, actually, we met in Pittsburgh, outside of Pittsburgh, at a summer music festival in a production of Carmen. I was doing Micaela, he was doing Morales. And he was telling me about Tri Cities. And I thought I had just finished Juilliard, and I was trying to figure out what I was going to do that next year, where I was
Wonderful.
going to go. So when he said it was a training company for young singers, I thought, well, that sounds good. So he came to see a show of mine I was doing in New York, and I said I promised I would come and see his show, which was The Barber of Seville. So I came to Binghamton, and I was just floored at what they were doing and how professional it all seemed, and everybody was so gracious, and so they invited me to come back and sing that next year, and I did, and then I moved to Binghamton in 1975. Yes. Um, and we did the first show at the Forum. They had moved into the Forum, and we did the first show there, which was the Magic Flute.
That's incredible. Bill Snyder, he was telling me
Yes.
about that. So I got
Yeah.
to share the stage with him as a super when we did La Cenerentola. And he was telling me that the first show that he did at Tri-Cities Opera was the first show that they did at the Forum, and
That's right.
that he was able to, be a part of that experience as well. So that's really funny to
Yeah,
hear that pulled
I think
back.
Bill was probably in every show that I did there. So,
Yeah, that's
so
incredible.
then, that was the beginning of a great time for me, and I was already working with other companies, and so I was in and out, but I did a lot of my roles for the first time there at Tri-Cities.
That's
Uh,
incredible.
yeah.
So I wanted to ask you in particular, what does the story of Bridge Over Muddied Waters tell? Like, what are you hoping to engage with the audience in this performance?
Okay, I put this show together about 4 or 5 years ago when we had a different person in the White House, or he was coming to the White House, and I thought, oh my goodness. Um, my whole purpose was to find a way to build some kind of bridge with between the Republican Party thinking people and the Democratic Party thinking people. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and I was saying, I'm looking for a topic, and I don't know. I want to build this bridge, but everything's become so nasty and muddied, and she said, well, there it is, right there, bridge over muddied waters. And I said, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. So I spend most of the time. First of all, I go back and I talk about uh, uh, our people coming to this country and what we've gone through the years all the way up to today. And it even surprised me some of the things that um, I thought were done, were taken care of, we'd never have to deal with again. Here we are. So 4 or 5 years later, the show is as relevant, if not more relevant, than it was then. And when I performed it for the first time, so many people said, this is something that other people need to hear. You need to get this out there. So
100%.
Yeah, so John had asked me about, he said he wanted somehow for me to be involved with the company, and I said, well, I have this show because I don't really sing classical music anymore, but I have this show, and maybe, and so he said, okay. And
Wonderful. And honestly, Cynthia, there has never been a more important time for our community to come together and have these important conversations. Um, Now, more in particular, what empowerment are you hoping to offer young Black artists at this time?
well, I'll tell you, my son, who's always been a death metal singer, has decided to put his toe in the waters of classical music.
Wow.
Um, uh, uh, he studied virtually with Jake, with his father before he passed away, and I've done some work with him online. But he has really quite a voice, and he was very nervous about doing anything about it, but he decided he wanted to audition for Portland Opera Chorus, which he did. And of course, he got in, and he went with another group of singers, a resonance ensemble, I think they're called, who had commissioned a piece by Damien Jeter called African American Requiem. And they performed it in Portland, and then they took it to Kennedy Center. And when he says, I don't know if I have time because they know this piece already. They were supposed to do it. It was a world premiere. They were supposed to do it 2 years ago, and COVID knocked that out. So they were bringing it back, but it was all new to him. And he said, I don't know if I have time to learn all this plus the stuff for the opera. So then he decided, yeah, I'm going to do it anyway. And I said to him, where we are right now is a great time for trying new things. And I said, all choruses need men. They always need men. I said, not only are you a man, you're a black man. And everybody now is about diversity. So I'm sure that they will be very happy to have you.
100%. That's one thing that I took away from the Opera America conference is someone said to me, in every opportunity, there's an opportunity. And we talked about getting your foot in the door and how that can really lead to incredible things for young Black people right now.
Absolutely.
And there's never been a better time to stick your neck out there and say, I'm willing to learn, and I'm going to be flexible, and I want to be a part of this and help this be better. And I really think that that's, a really good piece of wisdom that we can be offering people right now.
Well, one of the things I tell my students is every opportunity that you get to sing, take it, whether it pays anything, no matter. You never know who's in the audience. And so much of what we do in this business is word of mouth. If somebody's heard you, they'll say, oh yeah, I heard this singer or such and such place. Maybe you should, you could use that person. And with Quentin, that's exactly what happened. I mean, it was really word of mouth that got
Yeah.
him, and now he's kind of on a roll and looking to do some more and more and more things. Yeah,
That's the other big piece that I took is network, network, network. Introduce
absolutely,
yourself, stick your hand out. If somebody gives you the mic, take it and rock it.
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, wonderful. Cynthia, thank you so, so much. This has just been so fruitful. I think just in a few minutes, we have left some wonderful gems of information for people. I want to give everyone the information they need to find tickets to Bridge Over Muddied Waters. It is coming to the Tri Cities Opera Center on Sunday, June 19th. That's Juneteenth. We're going to be there at 2:30 p.m. You can find tickets at tricitiesopera.com/bridge over muddied waters, and they are available now. So please head over, grab your tickets, come down and see Miss Cynthia in person as she comes back to the Tri-Cities Opera Center, one of her most favorite places, it sounds like. Now, Miss Cynthia, to send us off, I would really love to hear if you could tell us some of your favorite parts of your career. Now, what were some top three of your favorite moments as an international performer that you want to share with our audience?
Okay. Just before I came, or no, I think I had done the show the first show at TCO, and I went off to Paris to sing for Alvin Ailey. We did 7 weeks in Paris, and I was the soprano soloist for them, which was great. That was one. Singing Butterfly in Binghamton for the first time was amazing, and Carmen Savoca is up there at the top of my all-time favorite directors, and Peyton Hibbett, conductor. Um, the Tragédie de Carmen that we did with Peter Brook, who was another one of my favorite directors, and the Porgy and Bess with Trevor Nunn and Simon Rattle was also just, there have been so many things, but those were like the top.
Yeah, yeah, the creme de la creme.
The
When
creme.
you knew the fruit was ripe. I love that. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see you in person, and I can't wait to see your incredible show, Bridge Over Muddied Waters. And we hope to see you there. Thank you so much, Cynthia.
Thank you. Thank you.